Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your boy Krill, back at it again with another episode. This time we got the webcam again. Hopefully the audio is going to be synced up this time. I have a feeling it might be, but you never know. This time we're doing some GTA again. I wanted to go over some of my favorite cars and sort of some good beginner cars, if you will, sort of get you into the high performance leagues with cars that'll work actually like really well for, I guess, their buck. So one of my favorites is obviously this free Annis LG. All you have, it's supposed to be like Anus. I don't know. Anyways, it's one of the, well, I'd say most people would rate it in possibly the top 5 sports cars, easily probably the top 3 of GTA. It's a really good acceleration car. It's got real quick turning and good handling around turns. I think it oversteers just a bit, but I'm not sure. It'll kind of shoot you out of the turn, so I don't know. Fuck it, whatever. I'm not no pro with this, but still, one of the best cars as far as acceleration and tight circuit races. As far as sports car, you cannot go wrong. It's free. All you have to do is like sign up for the Rockstar services or whatever the heck that shit is for the cloud. Another great car. The Comet's alright. It's a drifting car, but I would not recommend. I would rather go for something like a Banshee. Nice and cheap, 100 grand. You can get it after doing just a couple of missions. Super easy, but screw some of this stuff. The Coil Voltic. I wanted to talk about this car real fast. Not the fastest supercar. I mean, probably one of the lowest of its bunch, but as far as price, and it's really good, really decent overall. Probably some of the best acceleration in its class. Definitely really good handling and turning, but the one problem with this car, it's like a total feather. It's so small. Not even kidding. It's so small. Like, you can literally just hit like a bump and it'll send you freaking flying across the map. Like, it's insane, this car. So I would not recommend. I mean, it'll teach you to drive real careful and you'll get a lot better at it, but I would not recommend it as one of my favorite cars, if you will. Vapid Bullet's alright, is another supercar, and these are all just kind of supercars I'm going for here. I'm just going through price range to kind of give you a feel for it. The Vaca is alright. I would not recommend it though as a first car. I would rather just have, if I were in your position, I would probably save up. One of the best starter cars, if you're looking for a real high-end, something that can bang with the best, is a Grotti Turismo R. This car is an absolute beast. I'm not even kidding. It will destroy some people in races, even if they're using some of the best cars. It's just so good all around. Great acceleration, handling, and all that. Another great, I guess the sister car of that one was the Grotti Cheetah. They're both up here together. I would say the Cheetah might be a little more aimed towards acceleration, while the Turismos are aimed towards a little more like, I guess, top speed. And yeah, that's pretty much all I could think of as far as difference. The Cheetah's a little more for, I guess, handling and acceleration, but overall I would suggest the Turismo over that. The Zentorno, jeez. Easily one of the most meta cars in this game, and still is one of the fastest cars in the game. I'd say probably one of the top 5, easily, maybe top 3. Probably top 3, I'll go with that. It is the best acceleration, I think, as far as supercars go. Still, I don't remember when it came out, it was the fastest for a long time, that is. Also, the only car that was faster than it would be the Adder, which is a $1 million car. It's got really shitty acceleration, would not get the Adder. This car was the meta car for racing, and it still is one of the best, I would suggest, if you are saving up and you're, I guess, just sort of starting out and just getting up to the higher end cars. Another great car is the Entity, or Overflawed Entity XF. Did I just say Entity a second ago? Huh. Yeah, no, the Entity XF, it's a great all-arounder again. Good top speed, good acceleration, good handling. It's a perfect all-arounder. I'd say like the three cars that sort of kind of twined together up there, where like the Entity, the Zentorno, and the Adder were like the ultimate competition. Even though the Adder was kind of like, I guess, the slowest acceleration of the bunch, it did have a really good top speed and could walk them towards the end, but that would have to be on a total like straightaway. It would have to catch up over a long time. These I would skip. None of these are really worth too much. They're more like collector's cars, I would suggest, if you had the money for it. There's the Adder. It's $1 million car. Again, would not recommend as your first car. It was my first car, but I don't know. It's like a love-hate relationship. I love the car just because it looks so cool. I would love to, you know, the freaking Bugatti Veyron, like the design and all that. It's insane, but would not say it was worth it in the long run, because I would have rather gotten something else to begin with, sort of help me get that extra boost, because saving up to $1 million way back, starting from scratch with just doing missions, I would rather have bought something else with that money. Alright, and now when we're getting up here, I don't know so much about the Tempesta. The 811, pretty good. One of my favorites, the Reaper. I've got this car in chrome sitting in my garage. Sure, call me a fag. Oops. Don't know what that was. But yes, this car is a beast. I believe it's all-wheel drive. Let's see. Qualifications, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. Probably. I think it's all-wheel drive. Don't quote me on it. But 90% sure, if not front wheel. That car is a absolute legend. It's got such great handling and control for that car. I mean, you cannot go wrong with it. If you really want a good racing car, I would go with the Reaper. Or, moving onward, I would definitely go with the Program T20. This is currently, if not was, the meta racing car as far as like circuits and distance-wise. It has a great top speed, can keep up with almost any of them, and the acceleration is amazing. This car will literally get you so far so quick. Only thing is, it comes at $2.2 million, which is not too easy to get to. So if you were to save up, I promise you would not go wrong getting this car. It was one of my favorite investments of all time. I bought it for $2 million, and I literally feel like I had not even spent a single penny on it. It was so worth it. Like, I got my money's worth out of it. I promise you, you would not be disappointed. The Emperor would not recommend just for a performance car. It did come out with the stunts update. Oh yeah, Cunning Stunts, there you go. It did come out with that update. It has a good top speed, and it looks pretty cool. But I wouldn't say the acceleration is anything fancy. Oh god, we gotta scroll through. Let's just switch it like this. So yeah, would not recommend that too much. The Osiris is also another great car all around. I would compare it much to the T20. So they're almost, you know, rivals, if you will. The FMJ is alright. Personally, I didn't click too much, so I would not suggest for the money. I think the best bang for your buck is going to be a Program T20. So as far as the highest price range, if you want the best car for top speed, okay, go with the Grotti X80 Proto. Acceleration is also really good on this car. I've never actually really used it too much in races, but I don't like it as far as like handling and turning. It just doesn't sort of stick. It feels more like a speed car, if you will. It's like a drag. It's a drag car. That's basically what it is. So it's something you'd get if you're rich. But so let's say high end, if you really have money to spend, go with a Program T20. I would suggest that as the higher end for racing. Next, I would go with a Pagani Reaper in the 1.5 million range. After that, we're going to drop off over to the Entity and the Zentorno. Out of those two, I would definitely suggest the Zentorno, just because it's got that acceleration and handling over the Entity, which is a little more like average, if you will. And nothing against the Entity. It's a great car, don't get me wrong. You really can't go wrong with either. At this point, picking between either of these cars is like freaking choosing the red apple or the green apple. I mean, it's really down to the racer at this point. You know, whoever wins, it's all skill at that point. But really, I would suggest the Zentorno, just because you get that little bit of edge. It was the meta car, and it's really well. So trust me on that. Then next price range, I'd say around $500,000. Go with the Turismo. After that, I'm gonna go way down here to what is this car? Turismo was the $500,000 range, right? So then afterwards, I'd say probably the Banshee or the Voltic. Yeah, I would say the Voltic or the Banshee right there. Coral Voltic, 150,000, or the Bravado Banshee for 105,000. And after that, I would just go with the Annis LG for free. It is a sports car, not a super, so if you are in a supercar race, you are a little bit out of luck. But other than that, I would definitely suggest it because it's just so great. And I mean, hell, it's fucking free, bro, right? So, that's my recommendation. Those are kind of just my tips on cars in this game because I've got a lot of experience. I've driven almost, if not every single vehicle in the game at one point or another. I will show you my garage in a future video. I've got literally every car. I don't know why the fuck I'm wearing sweats. Whatever. But yeah, so there you have it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like letting me know how I did. Or, let me know how I did. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and if it helped you out with some tips. Also, leave a comment letting me know what some of your favorite cars are, whether or not you agree with the list I gave, and letting me know how I could improve. Also, subscribe for more amazing content, and as always, stay classy.